Hello, everybody. Anyone. The reason I'm doing this, my name is Christopher Wood. The reason I am doing this, I am a 5-year revenge retaliation victim of very seriously dangerous Lennox and Addington, Ontario Provincial Police, very serious, dangerous Lennox and Addington County General Hospital doctors, and very seriously dangerous accomplices in Napanee. I am a 5-year injure, torture, sex assault, kidnap, medical blacklist, false arrested, stalked, attempted homicide victim, a full physical identity theft victim. Back in 2019, I spoke police crimes. I was shot by ex-OPP chief or commander before he left. Not by a bullet, but by something that went into my right ear. I started having problems. After that, I started getting stalked. I went to the hospital. I got CAT scans done. I was told that I was not going to see them. I wanted to see the results. I was told I wasn't going to be able to see them, and I was pretty much medically blacklisted. I am a 5-year revenge retaliation victim of Lennox of the police. Once again, the police, doctors, and their accomplices for speaking of their human trafficking and human sex trade, slavery trafficking taking place, and other crimes at the Morningstar mission, homeless exploitation, and possible money laundering through coldest night of the year. And I became a victim and a target. Police, Lennox and Addington, OPP, whether they are in Napanee or not, are guilty of murder and attempted murder with intent to commit, premeditated, conspired for revenge retaliation. I've been going through this for 5 years. Ex-chief or commander, year 2019, once again drove a white Jeep Wrangler. Staff sergeant, years 2019, 2021. Shannon Quirk, Constable Ward, Dave Weiss, Robert Lucas, Stacy, a mental health worker, was Napanee Daily Tea Company, now Kingston AMHS, and Shelley Hafner or Huffner, Spencer Mills, 14716, Robert Kane, 7224. They are human traffickers, human sex trade, slavery traffickers. Once again, each and every one of them are guilty of murders and attempted murders in Napanee. Dr. Tati Lennox at Addington County General Hospital, Dr. Tatiana V, or Dr. Margie V, she goes by, and also Dr. Tatiana V, Dr. Tatiana Vakadinovic. She is the girlfriend to Stacy, now Kingston AMHS. She is the one that falsified my medical file to get me discriminated against to prevent me helping proof. She is also guilty of having me falsely charged not once but twice. The hospital is to prevent anything legal on them for the crimes that they are guilty of in an attempt to buy time and get away with what they've gotten away with. Dr. Tatiana V, once again, she's guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit with criminal medical negligence and to cover up with and for OPP, and I have proven it from the way she has treated me over the last 5 years as well since falsifying my file. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. Waldron, Dr. McGregor are all criminally negligent involved in co-committing and covering up discriminations, treatment refusals with intent. Ex-CEO Wayne Coverups and patient relations are also criminally negligently involved in co-committing and covering up crimes for themselves, for the police, and for their accomplices. The justice of the peace is also involved. Obstructions, intimidations, accusations, and threats. Their accomplices who are gang stalkers, sex offenders, ex-inmates, psych ward patients who are getting free drugs, immunity, and drop charges for the crimes that they are committing for OPP. One name, Bill Woldridge. He goes by many alias names: Bill Woldridge, Bill Cooldridge, Bill Delarosable, Stephen Mavis, Robert or James Bubbles, and Robert Cross are his alias names. He is very well known to OPP. He lives on Center Street in Napanee on the corner of Center and Bridge behind the law office. He's approximately 70 years old, bald and glasses. He is guilty of criminally stalking my mother and causing her death, murdering her with intent December 20th, 2020 through Spencer Mills 14716 and Stacy, mental health worker, Kingston AMHS, who told this guy that he and I were switched at birth. He thinks that he is my dad, and when he was stalking my mother, he was calling my mother mom. Highly delusional and very psychotic, and this is why OPP are using these pieces of shit. Blair Frederick Hardy, he is the leader of the Hardy Boys gang. He is a meth trafficker. He is the one that, with Robert Cross, Bill Woldridge, whatever, are the ones that run and own the drugs from Ontario Provincial Police. They are the ones that run and own it through Robert Kane. Blair Hardy is a meth trafficker. He is guilty of rapes. He's guilty of stalking. He is guilty of financial thefts and frauds, welfare, disability, pensions, and insurance frauds, bank frauds, identity thefts, meth trafficking, slave trafficking, and multiple homicides with and for Ontario Provincial Police. There is Robert Barry. He is a sex slave trafficker. He is a truck driver and a possible serial killer. These are all accomplices with and for OPP in Napanee. Robert Barry, his boyfriend Robert, who is alleged AIDS victim, HIV, he is committing sex assaults, and if so, he is spreading his disease to victims. There is Bert the Hitman Hustler. He likes to think that he is an NHL hockey player for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. He is a stalker. He is a meth head. He is a pillhead. He is a crackhead. Very highly delusional and psychotic. He is guilty of identity theft on me, being involved with it, torture crimes, and attempted murder with intent to commit. Excuse me. There is Tyler Teabag Lake. He is guilty of torturing and killing my dog Runt in March of 2023. He is a meth head. He is guilty of attempted homicide on me with intent. He is Robert Kane, drug cop, OPP drug cop, #1 rat informant, little piece of shit, drug-fed, money-paid bastard. He's approximately 25 to 30 years old. Jason Gimpy, two-step Van Alstyne. He is guilty of identity theft with the intent to commit identity, disability, and insurance fraud. He is guilty of torture crimes on me. He's guilty of brain injuring. He is guilty of attempted murder. On me, he sells laced fentanyl as well, committing overdose homicides, which are being covered up because he is an OPP and has the Dr. Tatiana covering his crimes and the rest of the hospital named. And this needs to be taken serious because it's 100% proven and provable. Raymond LeBlanc, he is a child groomer. He is a criminal stalker. He is guilty of torture crimes on me. He's guilty of brain injury on me. He's guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. He is a meth trafficker and lives behind Mamma Mia's Pizzeria shop in Napanee on the corner behind Bridge and East Street, or Dundas and East Street. He also has a couple pit bulls. He is guilty also with toddler teabag lake of torturing and killing my dog Runt in March of 2023. Harry Hartwick, he is guilty of being involved with my identity theft, brain injuring me. He's guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. He's guilty of abuses against me as a child, also in Winnipeg, Manitoba. Very serious ones, too. His nephew, Dale Hartwick, is guilty of brain injuring me, body mutilations, skull deforming me, brain injuring, my identity theft with the intent to commit homicide for drop charges for a stabbing he committed against his wife or ex-wife's boyfriend a couple years ago. And he is also my cousin as well, him and Harry. And they are both guilty of attempted murder on me. Dale's boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, Anthony, Tony, Axel Rose Hearns. He also goes by Tony Montana. He is very seriously delusional. He thinks that I am a wolf. He is guilty of attempted paralyzing me. He's guilty of sex assaults. He's guilty of brain injuring me. He's guilty of being involved with my identity theft. He's guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit with and for his boyfriend, Dale Hartwick. They are speedheads, speed traffickers. Each and every one of them are child molesters, registered sex offenders. They are sex slave traffickers, drug traffickers. They are the ones that sells the laced fentanyl and Napanee, committing the overdoses for Robert Kane. They are the ones that are selling the meth, the crack, the heroin, the opium, and the other and the fentanyl drugs that are going around Napanee. Conveniently, nobody can be arrested no matter what I can prove, no matter what I have proven. I am medically blacklisted, prevented from help, and I have been for the past 5 years. I have not been able to get medical help or proof with this, so this is how OPP are getting away with their crimes. As a matter of fact, right now, I have no feeling in my head. I have no feeling in the right side of my face. Damage is done. Time is bought. When people disappear, it is through Ontario Provincial Police. It is through Dr. Tatiana Vukadinovic, falsify medical files to get victims discriminated against and to prevent help. It is Lennox and Addington County General Hospital Administration and other doctors for falsely having victims charged to prevent anything legal on them for the crimes that they are guilty of, using their positions as a way to get away with murders, attempted murders, serious brain injuring, and obviously full physical identity theft with proof. Nobody has been arrestable. $22,000 to have anything done, knowing that I cannot get medical help. Damages are fucking done to me. Time has been bought. You are guilty of murdering the Wood bloodline by doing this, as I am the end of my bloodline as well. I live just on the other side of Deserano, Ontario, in Tyendinaga. This is a hate crime. This is a revenge crime. When people disappear, once again, it is the police, it is criminal doctors, it is their accomplices. You are guilty of murder in the first degree, OPP, for what you've done to me. I now share DNA with each and every one of these pieces of shit, and it can be 100% proven. Luckily, I do not have $22,000 to get them arrested. I am 52 years old, and I am fucking physically going through this by pieces of shit. Drug addicts who work with and for OPP, along with very seriously criminal doctors. I hope this is seen. I hope it's shared. It probably won't be because a lot of my stuff is being shadow banned and this is hacked. So I hope it's at least seen and shared once or twice. This is December 30th, 2024. I am Chris Wood, and I am an attempted murder victim of the police, and this is no joke. Congratulations, Dale Hartwick, Tony Hearns, Blair Hardy, Bill Waldridge, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, Bert Hustler, and the rest of the OPP bastards, you are guilty of ending the Wood bloodline by doing this. You lobotomizing, brain-damaging, fucking scumbag, junkie, fall-down pieces of shit who are nothing more than criminal lowlives for criminal fucking cops in Ontario and OPP, whether in Napanee or not, are still guilty of murder.